Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Motordrome Speedway. Tonight, we present the NASCAR Whelen All-American Series 5 Division Racing action, and at this time, we will begin our opening ceremonies. We ask that each and every one of you please rise up from your seats, and gentlemen, remove your caps. If you are moving around the Speedway grounds, we ask that you pause with us momentarily for our invocation and our national anthem. Helping us with our opening ceremonies this evening and presenting the colors. Trackside, it's Cub Scout Pack 569 from South Park, Pennsylvania. And here tonight to deliver our invocation, it's track photographer Howie Bayless, and to sing our national anthem, Haley Brunson. And now for the invocation. Howie?
Before we get started, I'm going to ask for a moment of silence in honor of Bill Waddy, who passed away this past Sunday, please. Dear Lord, as we gather here tonight for a night of enjoyment, we ask that you please keep your eye on all the drivers, the crews, track officials, and fans. We are here for a good time. We know racing is a very dangerous sport. We ask everybody, please have a good night. More importantly, everybody is safe. We also ask that you keep your eyes on our troops out defending our great country and keep an eye on us forever. Amen.
Please remain standing for the singing of our national anthem. Haley?
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the lands of the free and the home of the brave?
Excellent work. Thank you, Howie, and thank you, Haley, and thank you, Cub Scout Pack 569 of South Park. And now, ladies and gentlemen, are you ready to go NASCAR racing? Way street stocks on row 1, Teddy Gabala in 3, Todd Knight in 70, leading the way. Todd Knight in car 70, drifting up very close to the outside retaining wall. The 3 of Teddy Gabala, two-time feature winner from Coulter, Pennsylvania, out in front. Tom Knight Sr. in car 76, feeling the pressure of Tony Manganello in car 50. Manganello won his first 2 career feature events here at Motordrome this season, and he is inside of veteran Knight for the 4th position. Now takes that spot away. Teddy Gabala, the race leader, with 2 of 8 laps completed. Neither of the championship contenders are in this heat race. Teddy Gabala leading Todd Knight, Aaron Minjock in 34, Tony Manganello in 50, and the 76 of Tom Knight. Making a first start of the season at Motordrome Speedway in car 53, it's Lauren Butler. Butler was a championship contender at the Jennerstown Speedway, winning a feature this year, and her number 53 car is gracing the Motordrome asphalt for the first time this year. Challenge for second, we're nearly 3 wide. Todd Knight on the outside. Aaron Minjock takes the runner-up position. As crossed flags indicate halfway through this heat race event, 4 laps down and 4 to go. Now in second spot, Aaron Minjock, who won the biggest event of this season for the Chargers in his first start of the year, as he has been focusing his efforts on being a Subway Street Stock Division rookie. Manganello takes the 3rd spot away from Knight in turns 3 and 4. Up front, it's Teddy Gabal. Oh, Knight gets it sideways in 4. Makes a nice save, hanging on to 4th position with just 2 laps to go. Leader from Coulter, Pennsylvania, Teddy Gabala, the sophomore street stock driver. His first season of competing at Motordrome has produced 2 feature wins as the white flag signals final time around for the Tom Clark Chevrolet. Aaron Minjock in second over Manganello. In turns 3 and 4, the young driver making his Motordrome rookie season a successful one. 2 feature wins and now another heat race victory for Teddy Gabala over Aaron Minjock, Tony Manganello, Todd Knight, and Tom Knight. Who led 17 laps of last week's feature. 18 is Jeff Zellweger. 05 is Andrew Kostelnik. Green flag will wave. Three wide as Joe Nicola. Not quite up to full speed in turn 2. We're still 3 wide. That's almost 4 wide as Holder breaks through finally for the lead. Now Heilman and Nicola coming to the front. A scary 3 wide half mile around Motordrome, and Heilman takes the early lead. You'd never know championship points were on the line from that battle, as lap 1 of the street stock 8-lap heat race, a hard-fought battle with Jonathan Heilman taking the early lead. Last week, Heilman passed the 12 car of Greenewalt late in the race for another victory. John Greenewalt in car 12, a late model veteran who took a hiatus from the sport, then returned to Subway street stock action, looking for his first win in many years. He is second on the speedway, and here comes the other championship contender, Sean Phillips in car 31, trying to make a pass around the outside of Joe Nicola. 3 of 8 laps completed, and only 8 points were separating leader Jonathan Heilman, and now 3rd place running Sean Phillips in car 31. Those 2 drivers will decide the track championship. It's John Greenewalt in the 12 riding in 2nd spot, separating those 2 contenders. Halfway through the event, and Sean Phillips, a multiple feature winner, closing in on the rear bumper of John Greenewalt's car number 12. Greenewalt slides way out in turn 4 and opens up the inside lane. Phillips into the runner-up spot, trying to protect that points lead with Heilman out in front. And Heilman makes a miscue coming out of turn 2 on the back straight. That will allow Phillips to gain momentum in turns 3 and 4. Signal of 2 laps to go this time. The drivers first and second in the point standings are second and first on the racetrack, and here comes a lead challenge. The championship contenders making bumper-to-bumper contact as the white flag will wave at the starter stand, signaling final lap this time. Heilman drops the 15 car off the racing surface. The Belle Vernon, Pennsylvania driver. 5-time winner this year, and Phillips on the outside. It's going to be door-to-door to the checkered flag. Jonathan Heilman will win it over Sean Phillips, John Greenewalt, Joe Nicola, and Andrew Kostelnik. Campbell, Pennsylvania's Chris Brink in the 0, and Pittsburgh's Jim Nicola in 5. 8 laps the distance, green flag is out. Now we're looking to go 3 wide in open wheel cars, never a good idea. Brian Shipp takes the 2nd position away, and out in front it's George Nicola, a multiple feature winner in 2008. Battle for 3rd, the 66 of relative newcomer Mike Opolinski and the 11 of veteran John Provanich. Provanich in the Sure-Band tire entry, diving to the inside as Opolinski goes way up the racetrack, opening the door for Panaya and Provanich to sneak through. Now he's going to be challenged by Chris Brink in the 0, working lap number 2 of 8. Up front, Brian Shipp has reeled in the 97 of Nicola. Brian Shipp in car 40, a graduate of the Charger division. Closing into the 97 of Nicola. Shipp seeking a career first victory. Nicola with many wins in this division. And the crossed flags signal halfway. Up front, George. Oh, we got a problem in turn 2. Mike Opolinski, who started on the pole for this event, spins. We'll need a caution flag in turn 2 for Opolinski's 66 car. And pick up your tickets at Ed's Pub behind the main grandstand. George Nicola, the leader, with 4 of 8 laps completed. Opolinski now into the outside wall at the back of the field. He continues on. Green flag will stay out. The lead battle resumes with Brian Shipp in car 40, challenging George Nicola into turn number 1. Opolinski heads pit side, but the lead battle, the 40 of Brian Shipp, whose big brother Bobby has won several heat races this season, looking to make a pass on George Nicola with 2 laps to go. John Provanich in 3rd. And young Brian Shipp, who spent a couple seasons of Charger division racing before making the leap to the modified ranks, is right there and making contact with the rear of Nicola's car out of turn 4. White flag waving, final lap. In turn 1, Jefferson Hills, Pennsylvania's Brian Shipp, the younger of the Shipp Racing brothers in the modified division, pulls even to Nicola down the back straight. A last lap challenge for the win. They are wheel to wheel. And in turn 4, Shipp with about a half car length advantage, and he will win it at the start-finish line by less than a car length over George Nicola, John Provanich, Matt Panaya, and Chris Brink. From Elizabeth, PA. And Jim Nicola Jr. in car 57 make up the field for this 8-lap heat, and we're underway. Battling for the lead, drivers who have won heat races this season, but not yet feature events. It's Harry Ofer in the 01, Lonnie Hoffman in 58, Kostelnik in the 60 joins this battle. Coming into tonight, no surprise that Adam Kostelnik in car 60 has a commanding lead in the point standings in the quest for a 5th consecutive title with Viglione Racing. Harry Ofer, his season-long arch rival, is now leading this event with Kostelnik in 2nd, Hoffman in 3rd, Gary Scott 4th, and Brian Shipp in the 5th spot. He is 2nd in the championship points chase in car 04. Harry Ofer, the leader in car 01. Last year, he won the biggest event of the season for modifieds, and we got a caution flag on the back straight. The 18 of Bill Rebar, the rookie, pointed the wrong direction in the center of the back straight. And with 3 laps of 8 completed, we'll stack them up and try a restart. 5 laps to go. Harry Ofer leading Adam Kostelnik, Lonnie Hoffman, and Gary Scott. Up front, the lead battle, Harry Ofer and Adam Kostelnik have swapped paint several times this season, building a rivalry as a result of their on-track incidents so far this season. Ofer has won heat races, as has Kostelnik. Ofer continues to lead Kostelnik as those 2 machines have broken away from the rest of the pack, including Hoffman and Schiff, and they are now side by side for 3rd, headed into turn 1. Working lap number 5 of 8, Bobby Schipp from Elizabeth, Pennsylvania in car 04, and we got a caution flag in turn 4. The 57 of Jim Nicola Jr. sits on the apron grass in turn 4. Nicola Jr. getting his first taste of NASCAR competition this season. He's made about 6 or 7 consecutive starts now. That car refires and looks to join the field once again. Festival, as Harry Ofer and Adam Kostelnik lead him back to the green. Harry Ofer leading Adam Kostelnik. Just 3 laps to go, and these arch rivals looking to earn more championship points and take a heat race checkered flag. The more intense battle is for 3rd as Bobby Schipp is pouring all over the 58 machine owned by Al Civic, sponsored by Aero Automotive, driven by the hometown hero Lonnie Hoffman, the street stock division graduate. White flag signals final lap around. Looks like Ofer will take the checkered flag, but this battle for 3rd rages on in turn number 2. Schipp to the inside, Hoffman to the outside as Ofer opens up a 6 or 7 car length advantage over Kostelnik. Out of turn 4, Bell Vernon, Pennsylvania veteran Harry Ofer will take the checkered flag. Adam Kostelnik is 2nd, Lonnie Hoffman 3rd, Bobby Schipp 4th, and Gary Scott in 5th. Bobby Henry in 11, Neil Brown in 98. Green flag is out. Price in car 15, seeking a career first feature victory. And Mitchell taking the lead away in car 22, got his first win of 2008 2 Fridays ago. This season, 9 different drivers have been to victory lane in NASCAR Super Late Model features. 2 of them now up front, Richard Mitchell in 22 and Neil Brown in 98. Todd Price all by himself in 3rd, points leader Bobby Henry in 4th, Bo Glemba, the modified division graduate, in 5th. Up front, Richard Mitchell, the 3-time track champion and former NASCAR Northeast Region champion. Holding back one of this season's leading feature winners, Neil Brown in 98. Brown in 2nd position, tied at the top of the victories list with last week's winner Gary Wiltrout, 4 victories each. And Mitchell sees a rear bumper full of Ford at the halfway point, 5 laps down, 5 to go. The Howard Concrete Pumping, Martinelli's Auto, Tom Clark Chevrolet leading the Hunters Peterbilt. Davies Ford of Neil Brown. Action settles down a bit with 3 laps to go. Richard Mitchell in front, front, Neil Brown in second, Todd Price in third. Price in the Frankie Day Oldies Show D&D Office Plus Ford has the defending champ and points leader just behind him. Bobby Henry in car 11, a two-time feature winner this year. Henry in fourth, the Palagrudo Motorsports Stone & Company Megan Ford then in fifth. Two-time track champion Mark Catone as the white flag indicates final lap. Final lap, battle for third is intense, but up front, another heat race victory for Brewston Mills, West Virginia's Richard Mitchell, taking the checkered flag over Neil Brown. Todd Price will hang on to third over Bobby Henry and Mark Catone in fifth. Contender Tommy Beck sitting pit side as 10 more laps for the NASCAR Pizza Hut Super Late Models. We're up to full speed. And Lewis spinning down the back straight in car number 8. Not sure if he made any wall contact, but we'll need a complete restart. Gary Wiltrout on the pole, Mark Smith outside, green flag is out, and Smith with a terrific jump that time. John Komarinsky in the 33, door-to-door with Wiltrout, the battle for second, as Mark Smith, the Richter Motorsports entry, pulls out to a lead. Two veteran drivers fighting for the point position, Smith on the outside, Wiltrout on the inside, nearly a dead heat at the scoring line. Can't tell you who led that one. They were a dead heat at the scoring line. Wiltrout now pulls out to about a car length advantage over Smith, with Komarinsky in third, quickly challenging for the runner-up spot. Leading the way, the Stone & Company Megan Ford of Gary Wiltrout. The Hunters Peterbilt Richter Motorsports Ford of Mark Smith in second. Then the Marsula Electric Miller Light 33 of John Komarinsky, as Mark Poole in fourth tries to join this battle at the front of the field. Leader Wiltrout has 4 victories on the season. Mark Smith yet to find victory lane this year. John Komarinsky yet to win a feature this year. And then Mark Poole, the two-time feature winner, in fourth. Battle for third heats up. Mark Poole looks to the outside of Komarinsky, then makes a lane change, now looking inside. The Howard Concrete Pumping Chevrolet very close to the rear bumper of Komarinsky's 33. Working lap 5 of 8, Mark Poole in fourth, looking to challenge for third. He's been one of the hottest drivers of the season, or at least the second half of the season has been Poole. And former Pro Stock Division champion John Komarinsky holds him at bay, while Mark Smith holds down the second position from Myersdale in car 94. And up front, Gary Wiltrout opening up a big lead, last week's feature winner. Working lap 7 of 10, and the battle for third is still intense, with Wiltrout way out in front, Smith in second. It's John Komarinsky in the third position, and Mark Poole in fourth and threatening. Gregory Kelly holds down a top 5 position as a recent first-time winner, but that fight for third, a very close and heated battle on the racetrack. Komarinsky and Poole not only fighting with themselves, but gaining ground on Mark Smith in second. Mark Smith, a 3-time feature winner at Jennerstown this season, holding down the second spot, but for the final time through turns 3 and 4. The 4-time feature winner from Somerset, Pennsylvania, former champion Gary Wiltrout will win it over Mark Smith, John Komarinsky, Mark Poole, and Gregory Kelly. '13 Denny Keller, 68 Ed Neidhart. Hey, we're 3 wide in turns 1 and 2. 3 wide and bumper to bumper at that. Kristen Ettling, the rookie driver of car 08. She gets shuffled to the back of the field. Up front, door to door for the lead, Mike Lemley and Matt Gardner. Lemley in 4, the defending track champion. Dawson, Pennsylvania's Mike Lemley, the current points leader and multiple feature winner this year. Wrestling the lead away from the 7 of Matt Gardner from Ruffsdale. The West Side Lube and Tire Machine in 2nd spot. An American Flyers division graduate is he, as well as rookie in 3rd, Chris Spadacine. Working lap 2 of 6, Spadacine, the 3rd place driver, pulled off an upset victory as a rookie in this division 2 weeks ago. He's now 3rd on the racetrack. 4th, it's Roger Bryan from Smithton. 5th, Bob Garchak from Pittsburgh in car 44. Lemley, the race leader over Gardner. Gardner, a feature winner last year, has had nothing but misfortune all throughout 2008, yet to take a checkered flag. And another problem for Gardner, as we talk about his bad luck, he pulls off the racetrack. Gardner in car 7 has had repeated mechanical failures this season, resulting in heartbreak as he retires from 2nd. It's now Mike Lemley, the points leader, and last week's winner, leading Chris Spadacine in 43, the recent first-time winner. Then Roger Bryan, Bob Garchak, and Denny Keller in 13 as the white flag signals final time around. A huge lead for the defending champion. Looks like he's painted a smile on the front of car 4. What does he know about the point standings? Is he going to lock it up tonight? Taking another checkered flag, it's Mike Lemley over Chris Spadacine, Roger Bryan, Bob Garchak Jr., and Ed Neidhart in car 68 from Renfrew, taking the 5th spot away on the last lap. Entry 27 is Steve Long, the Jennerstown champion. 5 laps the distance for the American Flyers. Green flag is out. Paul Rosa in the Stands Transmissions number 6, out to an early lead, going 3 wide out of turn 2. Still going 3 wide down the back straight. Kevin Ludwig, the meat of the sandwich there. D. Petrie moving up in the 0. And we got a spin as Stan Rodina, the recent feature winner, has an off-track excursion in turns 3 and 4. Green flag stays out. Rosa continues to lead. Rodina back on the pavement. As a rookie, Rodina won his first feature 2 weeks ago. He shares driving of that 88 car with Garrett Opachin. And up front now, the 2 leading winners of the season, Paul Rosa in the 6, and points leader Ed Deneen in car 16. Steve Long in car 27, technically a super compact car by definition, competing with our American Flyers tonight. He will not be earning points or cash awards because that car is a little too fast for competition with our American Flyers, as is D. Petrie's 0 machine. Steve Long in 27, the super compact champion at Jennerstown, weaving through our American Flyers division cars as they are technically a step down in performance by rule. And Long will unofficially take the lead over the 6 of Rosa, the 16 of Deneen, as the final lap is being signaled to the drivers. White flag in the air. 'And coming to the checkered flag in car 27, it's Steve Long. Battle for second will be won by Paul Rosa over Ed Deneen. D. Petrie coming home in 4th, and Ron Eifert the 3rd in 5th. 53, Lauren Butler. 18, Jeff Zellweger. 41, Al Minjock, as the green flag is out for the Subway Street Stocks. 20-lap feature event now underway. Look at this tight racing at the front of the field, 3 wide with Tom Knight Sr. out in front. Still 3 wide all the way through the turns. Dangerous racing at the front of this field, but veteran drivers make it work. Aaron Minjock will lead lap number 1. John Greenewalt, the meat of a sandwich between Tony Manganello in the 50 and Tom Knight Sr. in the 76. Jonathan Heilman in 15, last week's feature winner, breaks through for 4th position. Up front, the division rookie leading his first feature laps, Aaron Minjock. Nearly making contact in the battle for second, the 50 of Tony Manganello, a 2-time feature winner here this year, and John Greenewalt in the 12, who led 17 of 20 laps last week. Jonathan Heilman, the feature winner a week ago, and second in the championship points chase, looking to challenge for the runner-up spot. Behind Greenewalt's 12, it's Subway Challenge driver of the night, Teddy Gibala from Coulter, and points leader Sean Phillips in 31 from Jefferson, PA. Side by side for second, it's Heilman and Manganello as Minjock continues to lead. Begin working lap number 4 of 20 at the scoring line this time. Heilman now all by himself in second spot. We're going to go 3 wide again with the points leader Phillips on the bottom. Greenewalt in the middle, Manganello up high, very close into turn 3. Veteran drivers can make it work 3 wide in the Subway Street Stocks. Manganello still up high, but losing the 3rd position to Phillips. Working lap 5 of 20. And the 2 championship contenders now 2nd and 3rd on the racetrack. Heated battle for 4th, Manganello in the 50, Greenewalt in the 12. Manganello got his first checkered flags this season, and Greenewalt, the longtime veteran, yet to find victory lane in only a few starts in 2008. Now the battle for second, Heilman and Phillips are door to door. The fight for championship points is also the fight for second position behind Aaron Minjock, and Phillips with a bold outside pass into turn 3. Drifting up the racetrack in turn 4 with Heilman still close in waiting, and it will be Heilman back to 3rd, Phillips up to 2nd. And look at the action for 4th. John Greenewalt gets contact from the 50 of Manganello. Manganello, a gentleman, backs off, allows Greenewalt to recover. Now he's got the 69 of Joe Nicola to his inside. Todd Knight becomes a part of this battle, and they touch. Todd Knight in the 70, into the back of the 12 of John Greenewalt, and we'll need a caution flag on lap 7. Todd Knight in car 70 just joined that multiple car battle for the 4th position. Greenewalt in the 12, I believe, has a flat left rear tire. Championship. As the green flag is back out, Minjock leading Phillips and Heilman. Minjock drifted out on the start, and we're going to have a caution flag. We got a big problem out of turn number 4, the 18 of Jeff Zellweger. And the 70 of Todd Knight, that is. Zellweger in the 18 car. Must have been the first car to go around because we saw Greenewalt involved and Knight involved, and they both took the green flag behind the 18 of Zellweger from Allison Park, Pennsylvania. Lead battle develops. Championship contender Sean Phillips looking to the inside of rookie Aaron Minjock. Beginning now to work lap number 8 of 20. Phillips with multiple victories this season, leading the championship standings. Minjock very comfortable in the outside lane, defending that lead as the former Charger division dominator. Feels the pressure of the veteran to his inside. Jonathan Heilman watches from 3rd. Phillips very close to dropping a wheel off the racetrack, but takes the lead away from Minjock on lap 9 of 20. At the midpoint of the Subway Street Stock feature, Sean Phillips out in front of Aaron Minjock and Jonathan Heilman. Fourth, it's Joe Nicola. Fifth, it's Tony Manganello. Sixth, it's Teddy Gabala, the Subway Challenge driver. Action finally settling down, single file up front. Sean Phillips leading, and his championship rival Jonathan Heilman may be challenging for second position now with 7 laps to go, as Heilman from Bell Vernon, Pennsylvania has reeled in the 34 car of Aaron Minjock from Greenock. Phillips leading, Heilman getting very close to Minjock to challenge for second, but a door-to-door fight for fifth out of turn 4. Tony Manganello in 50 has young Teddy Gabala in car 3 challenging to the outside with 5 laps to go. Both Gabala and Manganello are 2-time feature winners this season, and as they race door-to-door into turn 3, both of them got their first career Motordrome wins in 2008. They are still side by side reaching the scoring line. It's now Gabala by inches, officially scored in 5th position. Three laps remaining now as Sean Phillips out in front and Minjock still in second. Final time around, and the points leader having a dream season in car 31. The veteran from Jefferson, Pennsylvania, a graduate of the Charger division, now a Subway Street Stock veteran and multiple feature winner. Heading out of turn number 4 for yet another victory in the quest for his first Subway Street Stock championship. Sean Phillips will win it over Aaron Minjock, Jonathan Heilman, Joe Nicola, and Teddy Gabala. Well, Sean Phillips, a Subway gift certificate for you. I mentioned to the fans earlier, you're having a dream season out there, but I want you to tell the folks the adversity you faced after round number 1 of the NASCAR Whelen Series on opening night here this year.
Oh, on practice, I rode the wall from about way down there to about way right here. And I tore the whole right side out of it. And first off, I'd like to apologize last week for Tom Knight. I accidentally got into him. And I wrecked him. I didn't mean to, and I feel real bad for doing it. And hopefully they're not mad at me anymore.
You're always a consistent driver, but with putting together all these feature victories this season, hard to believe you didn't start the first race of the year and you're still leading the championship standings. This crew has to be a determined bunch helping you out.
Oh, yeah, I wouldn't be able to do it without Garrett. He finds all the money a lot of times for me. And Lou Ansel, he really helps with the chassis setup as well as Garrett. We all put our mind together and try to come up with a setup. I bought a tire off of Bill, Rebar, I think that's his last name, off the Modified team. I'd like to thank him because they didn't have any tires tonight, but car was perfect. anybody could, she could have drove this thing.
And a chance to thank your sponsors.
First off, I'd like to thank my wife, my little girls, Paigey, Sabrina, Tabby, Garrett for all the help he's done, Lou Ansel for all the help, my wife, Maria, Parzinski's Funeral Home, Advanced Auto, Hoos Auto Detailing, Doria's Catering, I can't thank everybody, all the fans, Subway, and appreciate everybody coming out. They should be at a high school football game right now, but you're not, you're here. So thanks for coming out.
Hey, one last question, because next week's the final night out for you. Championship points leader, you going to be careful next week?
I've never been in this situation. I haven't been right all week. I've been in the bathroom most of the time all week with my nerves. I'm just trying to be consistent and not have any trouble. Stan's not making it easy on me. He keeps putting me way in the back. But
a thrilling show again tonight from Sean Phillips, the championship points leader. Stelnick, 32, Matt Panaya, 57, Jim Nicola Jr., and we're green and racing for 20 laps. The open wheel modifieds. Front row starters are second and third in the championship points chase. George Nicola in 97 taking the lead from Bobby Ship in 04. Harry Ofer in 01, a heat race winner tonight, making a three-car battle at the front of the field. Look at Ship and Nicola. 2 full laps of wheel-to-wheel racing in the modifieds, and now Bobby Ship becomes the new leader. Our first official lead change on lap 2, and I bet we have more of those to come as Bobby Ship from Elizabeth, PA takes the lead from George Nicola. Now Harry Ofer moves into second spot around Nicola. Drivers racing first and second on the Speedway were both feature winners in 2007, and both are seeking their first checkered flag of 2008. Wheel-to-wheel action continues down the back straightaway. Harry Ofer, the veteran from Bell Vernon, on the inside. Bobby Ship, the former Charger Division champion. Now losing the lead on lap 5 of 20. It's Harry Ofer in command. Then Bobby Ship, George Nicola, and Brian Ship in fourth. Challenging for fifth, it's Adam Kostelnik in car 60. Dropping to the inside of the 58 of Lonnie Hoffman. And from deep in the field, Adam Kostelnik finds himself in the top 5 in car 60. Battle for third is wheel-to-wheel with Brian Ship in the 40 and the 97 of George Nicola. Adam Kostelnik now squeezing through and making it a 3-car fight for third, fourth, and fifth positions on the Speedway. Up front, still Harry Ofer, now opening up an advantage between himself and Bobby Ship. And George Nicola, who started on the front row, multiple feature winner, is shuffled back into fifth position behind Brian Ship and Adam Kostelnik. Battle develops for third. Adam Kostelnik on the outside. Brian Ship, the heat race winner tonight, on the inside. Working lap 9 of 20. They are wheel-to-wheel for third spot. And now Kostelnik will separate the Ship Racing brothers on the Speedway as younger Brian Ship falling back now into fourth. Kostelnik up to third, Bobby Ship in second, and race leader Harry Ofer has built a tremendous advantage at the midway point of this event. Leader Harry Oper has a near encounter with the 57 of Jim Nicola Jr., but working lap number 12. Oper with nearly a half straightaway advantage over Bobby Shipp, and Bobby Shipp in second spot in the 0-4 is about to feel the pressure of Adam Kostelnik in car 60. Battle for second, light bumper-to-bumper contact made in turn 2 as Bobby Shipp is feeling the pressure of points leader Adam. And we got a caution flag hard into the wall on the front straight. The 66 of Mike Opolinski and the 32 of Matt Panaya. Panaya, the longtime veteran whose family was involved in race teams back in the days of the Heidelberg Raceway in car 32 from Plumboro. And the 66 of modified newcomer Mike Opolinski. Adam Kostelnik. At the scoring line, 5 laps to go. Oper out in front by about 4 or 5 car lengths ahead of Shipp and Kostelnik. For 11 weeks, it could be Adam Kostelnik, as he has 10 in a row coming into tonight as the points leader, and Bobby Shipp prevents him from moving up to the runner-up spot. Now Oper with a big lead and 4 laps to go. The fight for second is heated, nearly making bumper-to-bumper contact, and now Kostelnik squeezes down to the low side. The drivers 1 and 2 in the championship points chase are wheel-to-wheel fighting for second, and it's a distant second behind Harry Oper with 3 laps to go. Without a caution flag, it does not look like either Kostelnik or Shipp will be able to challenge the veteran from Bell Vernon. This time, the signal for 2 laps to go will be given. At the scoring line, the white flag will be displayed. After winning his preliminary heat race earlier tonight, the driver who won the biggest event of 2007, looking for his first feature victory of 2008. This veteran campaigner has competed at Motordrome Speedway since the days of dirt track racing surface in the dune buggy division, and now takes his first checkered flag of 2008, ending the win streak of Adam Kostelnik, who finishes second, Bobby Shipp third, Brian Shipp fourth, and George Nicola finishing fifth. Well, Harry Oper, it's been a long time coming. Last season, you won the biggest event of the year. You were a multiple feature winner. And this season, it seems like only one car has been able to find victory lane until tonight.
Adam's the best. I mean, he's the best driver. He got the best equipment. We was just lucky tonight. Our car worked really great.
Now, coming into this season, you had to have really high hopes. Your teammate, Pete Reck, had found victory lane. Was this a matter of you trying some things over the winter, or has this car been as fast as it was last year and maybe a couple other guys got better?
The guys definitely got better. I mean, we just didn't keep up the pace. We just lost the handle on it. Unfortunately, Pete's pretty good, but now he's out to lunch a little bit. We're getting better, but we'll just keep trying.
I told the fans, you've been trying for a long time. You raced here on the dirt track. What year did you start your racing career?
Oh, man, I don't even know. I know it was a long, long, long time ago.
Well, with this victory coming after what seems like a long time throughout 2008, how about a chance to thank your sponsors and crew?
Yes, McGurvey Electric, Bruce's Kids World, Screeny's Auto. My pit crew, Mike, works at Napa. Napa's a sponsor. That's about it.
His first victory of 2008, ending the Adam Kostelnik win streak. Ladies and gentlemen, Harry Ofer. John Komarinsky in 33 and Todd Price in 15. Green flag is out. Mark Catone, the early race leader, and side by side, it's Gregory Kelly who gets a rear bumper tap from John Komarinsky with the 15 of Todd Price. Gregory Kelly made an outstanding save on lap number 1. As battling for top 5 positions is heated with Mark Catone out in front. The Al's Construction Evanuik Racing Engines Ford 31. Komarinsky and Kelly continue to fight for 3rd position. Now it's Todd Price in sole possession of the runner-up spot. Looking to go 3 wide, then thinking better of it was Mark Smith in 94 as he watches the Komarinsky-Kelly battle. And just as quickly, Neil Brown in 98 challenges him to the inside. Everybody spikes the brakes as the battle for 3rd continues to get heated. Mark Catone leading the 2-time track champion, who has not found victory lane in 2008. And Todd Price in 2nd, seeking a career first feature victory. Working lap 4 of 40, Gregory Kelly on the outside in the Froggy D&K Sales and Service 44, battling with the Marsula Electric Miller Lite Chevrolet of John Komarinsky. And behind them, the action is even more heated. Neil Brown in sole possession of 5th, and then Richard Mitchell, who stands to gain tremendous ground in the points battle side by side with the 94 of Mark Smith from Myersdale. In the battle for 3rd, Komarinsky is now door-to-door with Kelly. And at the scoring line on lap 6, it's nearly a dead heat for 3rd position. Neil Brown in 5th, just behind that 2-car battle. They are glued together all the way around the racetrack. Komarinsky on the inside in 33, nearly swapping stickers with the 44 of Gregory Kelly on the outside. The lapped machine of Harry Hendershot in his first Motordrome Speedway start after a practice crash, looming in front of the leaders now. Mark Catone in car 31 on lap 8 approaches the Hendershot machine, as will Todd Price in 2nd. Will Hendershot throw a pick for one of the drivers battling for 3rd? No, he's out of the racing surface, and that leaves Komarinsky and Kelly still door-to-door again all the way around the track. Contact on the front straight, and Komarinsky with an outstanding save, diving to the inside. He loses only 1 or 2 positions. He could have lost the entire race car as he slides back up into 5th position, just in front of Richard Mitchell from Brewston Mills, West Virginia, in car 22. Single file now for the first time as we work lap number 10 of 40. Mark Catone, your leader. Todd Price in 2nd. The Frankie Day Oldies Show D&D Office Plus Ford of Price looking for his first career feature victory, with Gregory Kelly, the recent first-time winner, in 3rd. Neil Brown 4 times in victory lane this season. The Richter Motorsports 98 sponsored by Davies Ford. And Hunter's Peterbilt in 4th spot, now a challenge for 5th. It's Komarinsky and Richard Mitchell in car 22. Down the front straight, Mitchell, the Howard Concrete Pumping, Martinelli's Auto, Tom Clark Chevrolet looking to the inside of Komarinsky on lap 12. And in front of this battle, 3rd position, looking to change hands as Neil Brown has the preferred inside lane in car 98 on Gregory Kelly, and he will take away the 3rd spot. Lap 14, Mark Catone remains at the front of this field. the 1995 and 2001 NASCAR Super Late Model Champion at Motordrome Speedway. Catone from McKeesport, showing the way as he has led several feature laps this season in the quest for his first win of 2008. Todd Price in second spot. A former truck division competitor, now driving the Mans Family Racing entry, looking for his first career win after graduating from the limited late models at the Jennerstown Speedway. And Neil Brown, the veteran, is closing in to fight for second. Working lap 16, Gregory Kelly is all by himself in fourth and door to door for the runner-up position. A pair of Ford Fusions, Neil Brown on the inside, Todd Price on the outside. Catone continues to lead. And at the scoring line, Price will hold on to the second spot officially by a fender, as Neil Brown's car showing the sparks from bottoming out the frame rails in turn one. And Brown will tuck back into third. Leaders go single file again. Challenge for fifth, Richard Mitchell in 22. Looking to make an inside pass of John Komarinsky. And the battle for second heats up again as we have a caution flag. Last week's winner, Gary Wiltrout in car 95. And Mark Poole in car 96, the two-time winner, coming together out of turn 4, bringing out the caution. Involved in this same incident, arguably the two hottest drivers in the second half of 2008. Mark Poole, two-time winner, four-time winner Gary Wiltrout, the former champion in car 95. Disastrous night for the Palagrudo Motorsports teammates as Wiltrout spins and Henry unable to start the feature as points leader. 3 Chevrolets as the green flag is back out, working lap 18 of 40. Very close racing at the front of the field. Bumper to bumper to bumper. Catone, Price, and the 98 of Neil Brown. Komarinsky was feeling the pressure of Richard Mitchell before that caution flag. Now Komarinsky himself stepping to the inside of Gregory Kelly to challenge for fourth. Mark Catone, the smooth driver of car 31, opening up a lead now over Todd Price in second. Top 5 positions will be changing quickly as we are at the midpoint of this event, and cars are making challenges throughout the top 6. Neil Brown looking for second, John Komarinsky trying for fourth, and Price drifts way up the speedway in turns 3 and 4, opening the door for Neil Brown. At the scoring line on lap 21, Neil Brown officially takes the runner-up position, but it's by less than half a car length as Price will battle back on the outside in car 15. Gregory Kelly hangs on to fourth, but John Komarinsky is challenging in car 33. Brown in sole possession of second behind race-long leader Mark Catone, and Komarinsky now firmly planted to the inside of Gregory Kelly's 44 car. Richard Mitchell in car 22 trying to see his number on the scoreboard by challenging for a top 5 position to the inside of John Komarinsky. Komarinsky, a feature winner last season and former Pro Stock champion. Mitchell, the former NASCAR Nationwide Series driver and ARCA Super Speedway ace. As we've got a lead battle on lap 24 in turn 2. Neil Brown, the Richter Motorsports Racing 98, challenging Mark Catone in 31, and Catone will use the lapped car of Cody Quarrick as a pick. Catone maintains the lead by only about a car length and a half as Quarrick heads to the pits. Working lap 25 now with 15 to go. Catone makes an error in turn 1. He dirt tracks the car and has to back off, opening the inside lane for Neil Brown. Brown with 4 victories on the season, tied with Gary Wiltrout for most in 2008, will take over the lead from the former champion. On lap 26, Neil Brown is now out in front of this field in the quest to separate himself from all others with 5 wins on the season. Nearly 3 wide now was the battle for third. Kelly, Price, and Mitchell, we will go 3 wide in turn 4. Lap 27, and Gregory Kelly hangs on to the podium position of third. Richard Mitchell has now passed John Komarinsky and is challenging the 15 of Todd Price. Mark Poole in car 96 with a great recovery from that caution flag incident, as Gary Wiltrout, who was involved as well, trying to knock on the door of top 5 positions after making pit stops early in this event. 12 laps to go, and Richard Mitchell has now cleared the 15 of Todd Price, taking sole possession of 4th spot. Up front, Neil Brown from Acme, Pennsylvania, has been to victory lane with 3 different teams in his Motordrome Speedway career. And this season, in their debut with Richter Motorsports, they found victory lane on the 2nd week of the NASCAR Whelen All-American Series. Brown went on to win the Penn West Toyota Lift 100 and is tied with Gary Wiltrout for 4 victories, the most of the 9 different winners at Motordrome this year. And on lap 31, a battle for 3rd spot. Richard Mitchell in car 22, who stands a good chance of leaving tonight as the new points leader, trying to gain another spot to the inside of the Froggy 44 of Gregory Kelly. Both of those drivers with 1 victory in 2008. And on lap 32, Mitchell officially has the bumper ahead at the scoring line, trying to take that position away from Kelly. Brown now opening up a big lead interval over Mark Catone in 2nd, and now Mitchell in 3rd by a full car length exiting turn 4. Gregory Kelly is 4th, and Gary Wiltrout has passed John Komarinsky and Mark Poole to secure a top 5 position on lap 33. Challenge for 2nd on the speedway, down the back straight. A pair of former Motordrome Speedway track champions. Mark Catone with 2 titles in car 31, and Richard Mitchell in car 22. The 1999, 2000, and 2006 champion. As Bobby Henry enters the speedway not up to full speed, Mitchell has to back off his challenge of Catone for 2nd. Neil Brown with a lead of half a straightaway on 3 laps to go. The signal given to the field this time. And Catone with a lucky break as Mitchell was just about to take away the 2nd position before Bobby Henry limped onto the speedway. The battle for 2nd will be intense in these closing laps. Two laps to go. Gary Wiltrout challenging Gregory Kelly for a top 5 spot, but all eyes are on the battle for 2nd as Neil Brown has a huge lead. White flag waving, and Mitchell to the inside of Catone, now door to door on the front straight. Final time through turns 1 and 2. Catone with a smooth, conservative ride, as always. Mitchell charging up through the field to challenge. In turn number 4. With his 5th win of the season to lead the division, Neil Brown takes the checkered flag as Mark Catone hangs on to 2nd. Richard Mitchell into 3rd spot. Gary Wiltrout takes 4th on the final lap over Gregory Kelly. Well, Neil Brown, in a competitive season with 9 different winners, you have set yourself apart tonight by picking up the 5th victory. Tell us about your season. It was an off and on year for you. You didn't make a couple of starts with us. Out there just to have fun, and it looks like you're having a bunch of it.
Yeah, we are having a lot of fun. I'd like to thank all the fans for coming out. I'd like to thank my crew chief, Jim Alborn. We had a problem with this car for the last 3 or 4 weeks, and he finally found it this week, and give all the thanks to him. I'd like to dedicate this race to Bill Audie. He was a great man in racing, good person, and we're all going to miss him.
Tell us about how this deal came to be over the wintertime. Were you planning throughout the entire offseason to be behind the wheel of a Richter car?
No, we didn't decide that till after probably January or February. That's why we missed the first race. We didn't have the car together yet.
And now with this 5th victory, are you going to be back with us next week, try and make it 6?
We'll be here next week.
There he is, ladies and gentlemen, the 5-time winner. We're going to give him a chance to thank his sponsors before we let him go.
I'd like to thank O'Shea Lumber, RM Trucking, Davies Ford, Hunter's Peterbilt.
And there he is, ladies and gentlemen, setting the division lead with 5 victories, Neil Brown from Acme, Pennsylvania. Denny Keller looking for first wins of the season as the green flag waves. Ed Neidhart out in front. He recently led his first feature laps within the last couple of weeks. Car number 68 broke while he was leading just 2 weeks ago. The Keller family battling for second position as Tracy takes a position away from cousin Denny. The Kellers in second and third behind Ed Neidhart of Renfrew, Pennsylvania out in front. In the past 3 seasons, Neidhart has gone from participant to competitor to contender as he has led feature laps already this season looking for a first win. Roger Bryan in car 12 riding in 4th behind the Keller family, feeling the pressure of Mike Lemley in the 4. Lemley, last week's feature winner and current points leader. Roger Bryan to the inside, Mike Lemley on the outside as the Keller family still second and third. Neidhart's opening up a big lead. We could have another first-time winner in the division. And now that battle for the 4th position. Matt Gardner in the 7 has joined Lemley and Bryan. Working lap 4 of 15. And Denny Keller slides to the outside in 3rd spot, nearly made a brush with the outside wall. And now Tracy Keller is in sole possession of 2nd spot behind leader Neidhart. Nearly 3 wide on the back straight in the fight for 4th, 5th, and 6th. Roger Bryan in car 12. Matt Gardner in 7, both looking for first wins of the year. And Lemley, the dominant feature winner and points leader in car 4. Neidhart still out in front on lap 7. The heated action is for 5th position, and we got a spin on the front straight. Rookie Chris Spadacine in car 43 goes around. Spadacine, who's had some help from the Minjock Racing family and moving up from the American Flyers last season into the Chargers this year. Spadacine was the feature winner just a couple of weeks ago in car 43. First rookie to do so in Charger racing action. Green flag is back out. Ed Neidhart leading Tracy Keller, Denny Keller, Roger Bryan, and Matt Gardner. Side by side for 4th, Matt Gardner, the hard luck driver of 2008, challenging and taking the spot away from Roger Bryan. Both Bryan and Gardner are graduates of the American Flyers division. As we have 8 laps completed of 15, and now Tracy Keller in car 1. The former champion is closing in on the 68 of Neidhart, who has run away from the field for the first 7 laps of this feature event. The DeWitt Enterprises 68 of Ed Neidhart, feeling the pressure of the BK Electric Chevrolet of Tracy Keller. Keller has one feature win in 2008 and has been a dominant winner the past 4 or 5 seasons. The track champion in 2006, closing in very close to the rear bumper of Neidhart. And now Neidhart opens up another couple of car lengths. Keller had closed in for several laps, and now Neidhart opens up an interval of 3 to 4 car lengths in the quest for that first career win. Neidhart the leader now by only a couple of car lengths as Keller gains a little and Matt Gardner gains a lot. The 7 car makes it a 3-car battle at the front of the field, and with 2 laps to go, if Gardner begins to challenge Keller, Neidhart may more easily walk off to his first career victory. Lemley, the points leader's up to 4th, but 3 cars will settle this one. Neidhart in front of Keller and Gardner making the late race move up to 3rd. White flag signals the final lap. The determined driver from Renfrew, Pennsylvania, with driving advice and pit crew help from longtime veteran Dustin Blank, emerges to be a top-notch Charger contender in 2008. And for the first time in his career, Ed Neidhart, headed out of turn number 4, will take the checkered flag over Tracy Keller, Matt Gardner, Mike Lemley, and Denny Keller. Well, Ed Neidhart, it sure doesn't seem like it's a long time coming. You haven't been doing this nearly as long as some of those guys you just beat. What year did your racing career begin?
Oh, geez. 4 years ago, maybe, Mike? It seems like a long time.
You've had some heartbreak this season. You were leading and the car broke, but this season your first feature laps led. I want to know what you did to this car over the winter, or was it the driver that's taken you from a pretty decent mid-pack car all the way to the front so many times this season before this win?
You know what, it was a little bit of everything, a little bit of tweaking here and there. It was a lot of learning curve on me. It was a ton of Mike Lemley and his dad and Tracy and everybody helping me. I can't thank those guys enough. It just finally all came together.
And how about a chance to thank your sponsors?
Neidhart Auto Sales, Tarosi Refrigeration, DeWitt Enterprises, even though Dustin can't be here, and Kunzer Sign and Decal.
There he is, ladies and gentlemen. First career trip to victory lane for Ed Neidhart. As the official Toyota pace car pulls off the speedway, green flag is out. Terry Schwartz in the 3, losing the 2nd position to Paul Rosa in the 6, who is nearly spinning in turn number 1. He makes a great save. Leader is Kevin Ludwig. The pride of Star Junction, Pennsylvania, in car 51, now feels the pressure of Rosa. Here comes Deneen charging up from the rear of the field as well in car 16. Steve Long in the 27 coming up from the rear of the field as a super compact driver. He charges beneath Ed Deneen and now looks to challenge Rosa. Very close and nearly making contact in turns 1 and 2. Now Long is out in front. We're awaiting word from track officials as to whether Long can be considered the winner or whether he is just out there for practice time, since that machine and D. Petrie's number 0 are literally in a class all by themselves. We're watching the battle for second, the 6 of Rosa and the 16 of Ed Deneen. We're working lap number 3 of 8. These drivers have traded paint on more than one occasion this season. Of course, because of the collar, you can barely tell, but trust me, they have traded paint, as these blue Cavaliers have fought for 3 or 4 victories, tooth and nail, right to the checkered flag. Action for the second position is now a 3-car battle as Steve Long is running away with this unofficially. The 6 of Rosa now has the 0 of D. Petrie between himself and Ed Deneen. As always, we invite you race fans to visit Motordrome.com and download a set of rules so you can easily move from the grandstand to the speedway by building your very own American Flyers Division race car and get your feet wet in NASCAR competition on the Motordrome Oval. D. Petrie now moving the 0 car around into second. And Steve Long in car 27 takes the checkered flag with his super compact. Paul Rosa takes either second or a win in his American Flyer. Then it's D. Petrie in the 0 and Ed Deneen in 16. Well, Paul, they had a couple of those speedsters mixed in with you there, but you and Ed Deneen had a really good and really clean fight for position there going for a while.
Yeah, you know what, I really had fun tonight. I think we finally figured something out. I got the car where I wanted it to be. It was fast before, but I think we just got a little bit faster now.
You told me something after one of your first wins. You said, you know, I got my family. I'm not going to be here all the time. And it seems like since you started doing better, not only are you here all the time, so is your family.
Well, yeah, they want to come see Dad win, so they want to come every week now. So that's good for me, and I'm glad they let me do it. And I couldn't ask for a greater family. My wife, Amy, all my kids, Kelsey, Carly, and Kaylee, they're great.
And a chance to thank your sponsors.
It's A.L. Lolo Construction, Mad Max Graphics, Howie Bailey's Photos, Top Notch Performance, CarQuest, J. Pooleye, Corman Corp, and Cheerband Tires, Stance Transmission.
There he is, ladies and gentlemen, Paul Rosa.